Invite them, invite them. So again, my name is Nina Moore, and I am excited to host this call with you tonight. Like I said, along with my partner in crime, the one and only Dr. Nicole Bramwell. And so, on behalf of Stanisha Graham, Jonathan Bryant, and all of the many other leaders, we welcome you to the Patch 1 Million Mission call. This is the vision mastery call because we want you to know exactly what the vision is. And the vision from our CEO, Mr. Jay Dollywall, is that we live in a drug-free world. You see, I'm not going to make any medical claims on this call tonight. I'm not going to make any income claims on this call tonight. We're going to share a testimony. We got somebody that's going to bring you an amazing testimony. We've got someone, Dr. Bramwell, that's going to explain exactly what each super patch is and does. But we need you to understand the vision of the spearhead of this movement, and that is Jay Dollywall himself. Because in 1983, his mother was diagnosed with something called MS. And after 20 years of her not receiving any healing, as a matter of fact, it got worse. They wanted to do surgery on her. She did not want them cutting on her. He did not want them cutting on her. So what they did was he decided, I'm going to take my mom's health into my own hands. And Jay Dollywall invested at that time in 15 years, $25 million of his own money. Now, I'm not stuck. I want to make sure that that one landed. Because I don't know about you, but he didn't have any investors. He took his own money. See, he was doing very well. He doesn't even need Super Patch. Super Patch is here for you, for you, for you, and for you. See, it's about our generations to come. And so now to date, we're over $40 million in research and development, 17 years with an additional $9 million spent on studies. So you hear that, right? Over $50 million of Mr. Dollywall's own money invested to make life better for you and me. So imagine a year ago, we launched this business June 1st of last year, 2025. Even though we had heard about it, we had gotten started collecting testimonies for 90 days. So this month makes a full 1 year since most of the people that are on this call launched their super patch business because we saw something. We began to sample the product out. I'm teaching already. We began to sample the product out. We began to collect testimonies. And the next thing we know, testimony after testimony after testimony kept pouring in. For 90 days, we weren't even concerned about the compensation plan. So I will tell you now that we're not going to talk about the compensation plan tonight because it would confuse most of you. You need to know that if many of us are still here 1 year later, that we must have a comp plan that pays. None of us are working for free. All right. So what we need you to understand that there's some very important things you need to understand about Super Patch. Like we've been here for 3 years. We're a baby. We're still in preschool. So this is still early. I want you to type early in the comments. You are early to the party. Type early in the comments. If you can hear my voice, I want you to type early in the comments. Early in the comments. Type early in the comments. See, you're here before everyone knows about Super Patch. Now, I will tell you this. There are some people that are on this call and they're like, well, I don't know. I've tried these things before and it just didn't work. I get it. I've been there too. I tried companies that didn't work. Heck, I tried a marriage that didn't work too. Some of y'all gonna catch up with that later. Some of y'all gonna catch up with that later. Diana Gray, you got my back, Diana. Right? I mean, some of you have had cars, they didn't work. Some of you, I understand that we've had things in our lives that didn't work. What I look at in life is I'm never a failure. When something fails, what I look at is one, what part of me contributed to that? Number two, what can I learn from that failure? What can I learn from that failing? And what can I now do better? What a business partner of mine, Stanisha Graham, and I were talking today, and we just said we're operating out of a place of gratitude. And the gratitude that we have is this is the first company that many of us have been in where the volume and the sales are super consistent. Okay, I don't know. If you are noticing here that the volume is basically very consistent. I mean, it's summertime, y'all, right? And there are some people that, they check out for the summertime. But for those of you that know what I'm talking about, I want you to write consistent in the comments. You know, we're not working super hard. No, we're working smart. But when you've got a product that's in demand, that changes people's lives, a product that people want, not a trend, not a fad, I need you to understand this is not a trend. This is not a fad, but we actually have a product, Deacon Moore, that people want. When you have a product that people want, what happens is they keep coming back day after day, week after week, and month after month. It's called reoccurring customers. And even when business partners partner with us and they don't really move the business forward right away, guess what they continue to do, Janet Evans? They continue to purchase their patches. Because who in the world would want their pain relieved and then decide that they don't want that feeling again? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Who in the world would walk better, have better stability, better mobility, and decide, nah, I'm good. I'm going to stay as a risk to falling? Who in the world would want to rest better at night? Sleep deeper, Pastor Sean, and then decide, you know what? I think I want to go back to restlessness. Who in the world, Alicia Richardson, would know that their metabolic rate has slowed down because Dr. Bramwell of age, because of just various things that are happening in our lives and decide, hey, I can increase my RMR by 20%. Nah, no, thank you. I don't want that. Who in the world would decide that? Who in the world? Who in the world, Courtney? Who in the world would say, you know what? There's a drug-free option now, Donna. You know what? Nah, I don't want that. You mean there's a way that I could get better, that I could have a better quality of life, but I think I'll still use the things that are killing my body. Who in the world? I want you to think about what I'm saying. Who? So Mr. J. Dollywall's vision for the world, for all of us, for all of you amazing souls that are on this call, Yolanda, is that the world is drug free, that there are no side effects, that there are no contraindications, that there are no you're going to grow an elbow out your knee. No. And here's the thing. It has taken the world 5 generations to become drug dependent. We know that it will take probably up to 5 generations to become not drug dependent. We're going to play a 5-minute video for you, and then I'm going to bring my good friend up to the line, and we're going to play this video so that you can understand more about supervision. Now, this is the time you don't check out. This is the time you actually take out your notebook, take a bill, take a piece of paper that you've got, grab a pen, and you need to take notes because this is going to help you to understand how Super Patch works. Because when Dr. Bramwell comes on, she's not going to explain this again. She's going to move forward. So we want you to watch this 5-minute video. And you know what's really awesome? Did you notice how, Pastor Sean, I didn't get on here and I didn't talk about all my accolades and how much money I've made? And Calvin Newell, did you notice that? Did you notice that? Yvette Clement, did you notice that? There's a lot of companies that, there is a Darian Jacobs. There's a lot of companies, you know what they got to do? They have to get on the calls and they got to tell you how much money they've earned to get you interested. See, we don't have to do that, Rebecca Hoover. You know what we do? We're literally going to share with you how Super Patch has changed people's lives. And guess what? Every single day, Daryl Pickard, you know what happens, Donna and Daryl? You know what happens? Every single day, we get another testimony. Leanne, am I telling the truth? Every single day, we get another testimony pouring in. And you know what I'm so glad about, Carol, is that I don't have to run all over the internet telling people, well, look at what I've made. Look at what I've made. You know what gets me excited, Robin Owens? What gets me excited is the number of lives that I get to change every single day. Every day. If you could get excited about helping to change people's quality of life, let me see you comment amen in the chat. So let me go ahead and get this video queued up, you guys. We're going to play this 5-minute video. I want you all take notes, pay attention. Don't check out. Don't check Facebook right now. Don't check Instagram. You need to listen attentively to this video so you understand how Super Patch works. After this video, the very next voice that you will hear is none other than Dr. Nicole Bramwell out of Opopka, Florida, who has a passion for doing her job. And she says, I'm finally able to be a doctor. So y'all get ready, get ready, get ready. Let's enjoy this video together.
On average, it covers about 21 square feet. Bigger than a typical door frame. It comprises 15% of your body weight and contains 11 miles of blood vessels. I'm talking about the biggest organ in the human body, your skin. And now, the Super Patch Company is unlocking the superpowers of human skin. Your skin protects you from invaders like germs, helps you regulate your body temperature, and allows you to feel tactile sensations like hot, cold, rough, and soft. In fact, the Nobel Prize was awarded to a couple of doctors who unlocked the secrets of our body's sense of touch and temperature. Imagine you have a tiny team of workers inside your body. When your skin experiences something hot or cold, or something touches your skin, these workers send messages to your brain telling you what's happening. They're called ion channels, and these sensors are the key to a new cutting-edge technology utilized by the Super Patch Company. This elegant and effective technology has gone through clinical studies, and the amazing results have been published in peer-reviewed science journals. And their benefits are game-changing. For example, let's talk about pain. The Freedom Super Patch focuses on pain management. Users of the patch reported a 72% reduction in pain within minutes, and the relief lasts for 24 hours. Here's how this amazing technology works. It's well known that our minds regulate our physiology. The autonomic nervous system and other neural networks, much like computer programs in our mind, control every aspect of our physical lives, from our heart and breathing rates to sleep and pain. But these networks can become dysfunctional or damaged due to factors like illness, stress, injury, or the environment. And when your neural networks stop working optimally, it can affect every aspect of your health. So to utilize these neural pathways, those ion channels, the Super Patch Company has been developing skin stimulation technology for more than 12 years. It's called Haptic Vibrotactile Trigger Technology, or VTT. Each super patch contains very fine ridges that stimulate receptors in your skin. Think of them as braille for the brain. And the unique patterns of these ridges help reboot a specific neural program. When these ridges touch the skin, the stimulation starts instantly correcting those neural programs, essentially rewiring your brain. We're talking about life-changing benefits. For example, more than 50 million Americans have sleep disorders. And according to the National Institute of Health, insufficient sleep is estimated to have a negative annual impact on the US economy of more than $400 billion. Studies have shown that people who wear the REM super patch for 2 weeks fall asleep 48% faster and get almost 25% more sleep at night. Every year, more than 36 million falls are reported among older Americans, and studies show that balance is the most reliable biomarker for longevity. In other words, if you have good balance and stability, the more likely you are to live longer. Studies on the Liberty Super Patch reveal that it can improve balance and stability by more than 30%. This is all done without drugs, electronic stimulation, or therapies. Most importantly, the patches are safe and easy to use. 100% drug and chemical free. No ingredients or supplements, and there are no contraindications or side effects. It's great to be active. It's even better to be proactive. The Super Patch, backed by research, proven by science.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This video is amazing every time we watch it. Every time. And I hear something different. I've been watching that thing, I don't know how many times, but I hope you heard everything in there, but I'm going to highlight some of the things for you. But I am Dr. Nicole Bramwell. And so I know Mrs. Moore didn't tell you about all her accolades and everything, but let me tell you, she's phenomenal. I'm just going to put it there. She knows 1,000% of everything that we need to know here. But what I am going to share with you is my accolades a little bit, because that's important to validate what we have here. That's important to validate that we have thousands of doctors supporting Super Patch and endorsing Super Patch and putting them in their offices like you used to get prescription drugs. Did you hear what I said? Super Patch is in the doctor's offices because they see, just like I see, that you don't need drugs to be better, to get better. So I've been a doctor, medical doctor for 32 years. Okay, going into the 33 year, I can't even believe it. It's more time than half of my age. So believe me when I tell you that I know what I'm talking about writing prescriptions. And I was a pediatrician for 20 years. I wrote prescriptions for little people, and they weren't just little people. It's very complicated. Had to think about the dosage, had to think about how it's going to affect their bodies, had to think if it was going to do the opposite thing of what it's supposed to do, because that's actually very common in children. It's called a paradoxical effect. Very common. So what's supposed to make them sleepy makes them hyper. Definitely we don't want that a lot of times, right? So I'm going to tell you about these patch devices, these FDA registered patch devices. These FDA registered patch devices that have 16 articles behind them, not just done on some generic thing, but on the intellectual property that is owned by Super Patch and protected by Super Patch in over 100 countries. Some countries that we're not even in yet is still protected. Did you hear that? How? Where they do that at? We do that over here. We do that over here. So nobody can come and copy us. We are one of one. We are one of one. And this is something real. I know you see out there about scams. I see it all the time on my social media or whatever. I just laugh now. It's pretty funny to actually see it. How you can see so many people get better instantly in front of you. How people are saying it. People we don't know. We don't go out and hire anybody and bring them in. We're out there doing the do. That's what we do all month long. Every month, every day, putting these patches on people. Well, Dr. Nicole, I know you said all that, and I know you said you got the articles behind it, which, by the way, 6 of them are in PubMed. So if you know about PubMed, PubMed is actually supported by NIH, the National Institutes of Health. Now, I don't know about you, but that's pretty big to me, and I've been a doctor for 32 years. Okay, so that means something. So that's why I keep telling you that I am a medical doctor, because I've done a lot of studying. I spent a lot of years doing a lot of studying. But guess what? Even after that time, even after I got my degree, even after I had lots of experience, I went and searched out other things so that I could actually present with no medications to people solutions. This right here is the mega above megas. It's like super mega here because there's really nothing in it. Not a drug, not a molecule, nothing. It's a pattern. It's very simple. It communicates with your nervous system. It's about communication. We're not even fixing you. Do you realize that? You think that you came here for me to tell you that we're fixing you. We're not fixing you. The patches are not fixing you. The patches are going on your skin. Here's my boost. So as you can tell, I do have on boost. I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry. I'm coming through because this is extremely important. The Liberty patch. So we have 15 of these patches, 15 of these patches, and there are more coming because our Jay Dollywall, our CEO, and I got to say our, because he's got this planned out. He knows what's coming for the next 10 years. I don't know if you've ever seen anything like that. That's amazing. So let me tell you why you need these patches, because now you're sitting there saying, well, I don't really have any pain, and I don't either. I'm 60 years old. I'm pretty healthy. But guess what? I have a non-dominant side and a dominant side, just like everybody else. This Liberty patch right here makes you stronger instantly because what is it doing? It is actually evening out your non-dominant side to your dominant side, immediately making you more stable, immediately making you more balanced. And why is that important? Not just you can just stand up, not just because so you can walk down the street, but actually it adds to your longevity. It's proven in the literature. They are biomarkers for longevity. You, on an average, you can live 4 to 5 years longer. Who doesn't want to live 4 to 5 years longer on an average? And not just any old life, but your life is better because now you're more stable. Now you're less likely to have a fall. This Liberty supports and helps you with balance and stability. And it gives you homeostasis, which is balance of your autonomic nervous system, your involuntary nervous system that affects every system in your body. Every system. Every system. So that's the baseline. That's our foundation. That's what you need. So all of us need that, whether you got a problem or not, because you got a left and a right side, and one of them is non-dominant and the other is dominant. Freedom. If you got pain, if you got inflammation, put the patch on. What in the world? What in the world, Mrs. Moore? What in the world? Who in the world wouldn't? With no drugs. Let me tell you what those drugs have been doing to you. So acetaminophen, which is Tylenol, and any other brand name that goes with it, but everybody knows Tylenol, that's affecting your liver. And whether you take it once or 20 times, it's affecting your liver. Ibuprofen, which is Advil, Motrin, all of those are the same thing. Aleve is another type of medication. It's not ibuprofen, but guess what? It also affects your kidneys along with the Motrin, the Advil, and the ibuprofen. All of those affect the same system. They still affect your kidneys. I think we all need our kidneys. Last I checked, we need our kidneys. All right. So you can get medication, drug-free, ingredient-free pain relief for 24 hours, 72% reduction in pain. Proven. There's literature. You can go look at the articles. It's done specifically on this patch, on the Freedom Patch, not on some nebulous thing out there in the atmosphere. On the technology specific to the Freedom Patch. All right. And there are no contraindications. So whatever medications you're on, it's not going to interact with that. It's not going to mess up your liver. It's not going to mess up your kidneys. And guess what? It's actually going to work. It's going to work. And you're going to put it with the foundational patch, the Liberty Patch. And if you've got really bad pain that's been going on for a while, it's pretty naggy, it's pretty bad, you've got on a scale of more than 5, on a scale from 0 to 10, guess what? You're going to add the Victory Patch. Now, the Victory Patch does a lot of stuff. Let me tell you, this Victory Patch takes us from A to Z because it takes us from the pro athlete, the athlete, to improve their performance. Oh, did I tell you we got a study for that one too? It just came out in February. It's in PubMed too. It was done on the D1 football team at Arizona State University. I don't know how much bigger you can get than that, but they're top athletes. Their performance improved from 10 to 30% consistently across the board. I don't know about you, but even if I'm just taking up walking or just starting to jog or run or whatever you're doing, if the pro athlete is wearing the Victory Patch, I think you should put it on. I think you should put it on. I'm actually starting a new regimen tomorrow. Guess what I'm going to be wearing? My Victory Patch, because it helps with recovery. It also helps with neuropathy. It also helps with agility and balance and performance. So you're actually magnifying. It's not supposed to take the place of liberty. You're supposed to use it together to make you better. All right. Sleep. Who's not sleeping? Lots of people. 6 billion, over 6 billion people around the world are not sleeping. Okay. They don't fall asleep. They don't stay asleep. They wake up sooner. They're waking up multiple times during the night. Okay. 50% faster you can fall asleep. I don't know about you, but if you take up to 3 a.m. from 11 p.m. to fall asleep, and you can fall asleep at 1 instead of 3, I think you should take that, right? 25% longer, you stay asleep. How'd you like to gain an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep? I think that that's important. That's in 80% of users in a 14-day period. And guess what? Many people actually see results before that, but that's what the studies are based on. So I want you to stick with that, the 80%, 85%, that's who reported that. And guess what? Everything else gets better when you sleep better. When you get some sleep, you're not going to be mad at your husband or your wife in the morning. When you get some sleep, you'll actually get up and say, even if you don't like your job, you can actually get up and find something to be happy about because you just got some sleep. So don't go to sleep on the REM. You need to use the REM patch if you have not been sleeping, and it doesn't matter how long you've had that problem. The Peace Patch is for relieving stress, calming you, supports calm, supports anxiousness, reducing anxiousness. Okay, who doesn't want that? Like, all of us are under stress. Guess what? That means that your cortisol is affected. And do you know what I found, Mrs. Moore? You were just talking about how sadness reduces your decreases your muscle loss. Increases your muscle loss. So does stress. Stress reduces it because of the cortisol, and prolonged levels of cortisol actually reduce your muscle development. Do you know what that means? That you gain weight, that you gain bad weight. It's not muscle weight, and it's going to make it harder for you to release weight. Why? Because now you got less muscle, so you can't burn as much fat. This is all physiological, okay? And it's being affected by the patches. No ingredients, nothing to absorb, nothing like that. And it's going to calm your nerve. You know how for a long time we heard the old people talk about, oh, my nerves, my nerves. Well, people have been on Xanax and Ativan and all kinds of things because of their nerves. And I'm not calling any conditions because I'm not making any medical claims. But what I am saying is that this Peace Patch supports calmness of your nerves and your nervous system. Defend. Oh my gosh. Zero Zyrtec for me going into 8 months now. That's all I got to say. I was taking Zyrtec for 20 years every day. So it supports healthier immune system, especially if you're exposed to stressful environment. You know, I was on the plane over the weekend. I don't even worry about that stuff anymore because I got my Defend patch on. And I wear my Defend patch because then that helps my feet not swell when I travel. And Mrs. Morris saw that, and Tracy Deloach saw that. I had on my cute shoes on Saturday. I had on my cute pink shoes on Saturday, and I had my toes showing because the swelling didn't happen on the plane because I had my Defend patch on. Now, maybe that's a little vain for you. I don't care. I could put my cute shoes on, okay? Plus, I don't take the Zyrtec, and it's going to help support my system. All right. So if you happen to catch something, guess what? If your immune system is supported, that means that you can get better faster and get back to what you were doing. Focus. Just that. Just that. I used to work with just a little while ago, used to do some work with a lawyer. He has the worst adult ADHD. He's a phenomenal lawyer, but oh my gosh, talking about being in ADHD hell, I'm so sorry, but that that was so real for me. I was like, whoa, you need the focus patch. So focus, it's going to help you get tasks. Now he's a phenomenal lawyer, so he could focus on that. But let me tell you, it would have helped him a lot to do the focus patch because it helps you get tasks done and stay on your task. And when you can have better focus, you actually have better memory. Okay, and it's going to support mental stamina so you can stick with the project because that's what happens. We kind of tire out, we peter out, we get excited at the beginning of it, and then you kind of get in the middle and you don't want to do nothing with that project. Well, guess what? You can because you're going to have the focus patch on. Ignite. Okay, this changed the world for me over here because I started my wellness practice, my wellness coaching, doing weight management. And the first thing that people want to ask is, how can I increase my metabolism? Well, guess what? Now let's say, put this on. I don't even need to describe it. Just put this on and wear this consistently every day. And you're going to burn up to 25% more calories each day at rest. That already does half the job for me because many people don't want to change their behavior right away. It's too stressful. So I tell them put on the Ignite and put on the Peace Patch. Okay. Put them both on so that we get that taken care of. Bringing me to joy. Remember, I mentioned, as Mrs. Moore had discussed with me over the weekend, sadness leads to muscle loss. Oh my goodness. You know why? What do you do when you're sad? You sit on the couch. You stay in the bed. You don't do anything. And what happens then? Then your muscles don't get exercise. That means your muscle mass is not going to get increased. And as a matter of fact, it's going to decrease because without use, it diminishes. So you need the joy patch. You don't need to be a miserable person to wear the joy patch. You can wear it anytime. But if you're getting ready, I'm getting ready to do that exercise regimen tomorrow. Believe I'm gonna have on peace, joy. Yes, it's actually strength. I'm gonna be doing some lifting. Oh my gosh, kick it. Now let me tell you, I must apologize to you all because we spoke about this, but I don't think we emphasized it enough. We talked about this. We didn't emphasize it enough how important this is to pretty much everything that we just talked about. Whether you have pain, because we have pathways in our brain, our neural pathways that have been running that we're going to have pain. Even if you have an acute injury like Dr. Dunn, your son had an acute injury, right? And you put the kick it on because he was so focused on the pain that he couldn't feel better, but you put the kick it patch on him and he felt better. We got a phenomenal testimony about this. You're going to see how powerful this is. So don't go to sleep on this, but it can help you with cravings too. And it can help. We have many testimonials with people on serious issues, you know, taking things that they shouldn't take, and they were able to be helped with wearing the kick it patch. This is phenomenal that you can do this without, again, drug-free. Yes, every single one of the patches is drug-free. I know you guys are still saying, but what's in it? But what's in it? But there's nothing in them. The Lumi patch. It's for better skin, radiant skin. It promotes your skincare regimen. It promotes skin hydration and elasticity, and you get that glow. So if you look at all of us, not only are we smiling, but we've got pretty good looking skin. I looked at everybody over the weekend and I'm like, wow, everybody looks so beautiful. So, but remember, you have things like redness and scaliness and what have you. So if your skin is not intact, you want to use the Lumi patch because that's your first defense against germs and against the environment as a whole. It helps you control your body temperature. So that's really important. You heard that in the video. Rocket, this is for boosting your stamina and your endurance, your libido, your physical and mental performance. If you need to hike it up, hey, you need to go ahead and put the rocket patch on, and not just for men, although I know it says that for the natural men. It's helping our ladies too. Ladies, if you're in that change of life, let me tell you, it is helping with those things, and those things like hot flashes and night sweats, that's not benign. If you have those symptoms, you have a higher risk of heart disease. Put the rocket patch on, put the peace patch on, keep it moving because you're going to feel a whole lot better. And they're short. You want to wear that too. All right. So rocket patch, boost patch. If you can't tell that I have the boost patch on, I have it on. It's for clean energy. There's nothing in it, no caffeine, nothing to hike you up and then drop you like a rock. There's nothing like that going to happen. It's just pure communication, the message to your brain through your skin, which is the fastest path to your brain, going to communicate to your brain, and your brain's going to send that message, hey, give energy. Let me tell you, I'm feeling super, super good. Hopefully I'll be able to go to sleep tonight. I'm probably going to have to peel this off. So Assure, this is for nausea feeling, dizziness, and also motion sickness. So if you're one of those with motion, not even on the cruise ship, just being in the car and you can't look at your phone at the same time or read a book while you're riding in the car, you probably want to try the Assure. Okay. I've tried it for other things related to that system that's affected by nausea, and it's been helpful. So use this. This is really, really helpful. And it's one of our newest ones. And the Zen. Oh my gosh. Mrs. Moore and I love this product. I think everybody loves this patch because we have to-do lists like start at the ceiling and go to the floor. And when we do it now, like we don't feel it. You don't feel it. I'm serious. I used to get, not overwhelmed, but you would feel the pressure of that list. We don't feel the pressure of that list anymore. And so it's pretty phenomenal that this helps with your way of thinking. It supports your thinking process. It supports your cognitive harmony. So you could be smarter. You could act smarter, right? Promotes even mood, helps your mood. And also intuition and creativity. Who doesn't want to do that? That means you can get a lot more done, especially if you're entrepreneurs like us, man. Your thoughts are doing everything on the Zen and doing it very calmly and smoothly. All right. So let me tell you, I'm going to bring up this young lady who's now a good friend of mine. We met, and she has a phenomenal testimony. I mean, she has some pretty phenomenal testimonies just all across the board. But Miss Monica Graham, are you out there that you can speak up and share your testimonial with us
I
about
am
that
here.
Icky
Hello,
patch? Okay.
hello. Awesome job you did there. Hello, everybody. I am Monica Graham, and I am an associate. I joined back in January after Dr. Bramwell seen my viral story about me not having feeling for over a year. And I've done that testimony already, but after not having feeling for a year, I got patched by Nina and Tedra and got my feeling back in less than 60 seconds. And it progressed and got to 80%. So I'm living, rocking like, hey, I got my feeling back. So life goes back to almost normal. I still have some issues. And then 2 weeks ago, I woke up and I could not lift up my left arm, like literally could not lift it up. And it was very, very painful. And I was like, I got something for that. I went straight to my cabinet, got the Fab Five, put the Fab Five on because the Fab Five is what gave me my feeling back. Now, my testimony is going to be about being able to use the right patch combinations. So the Fab Five helped me get my feeling back. So I figure if I put Fab Five on again, I will go ahead and be able to and not have pain again. Well, I did it. Pain was still there. Pain kept going on. And I'm like, what is going on? These patches are not helping. But I'm still a believer of the patches because, again, it helped me get my feeling back. So if it never helped me again, it helped me enough. But I'm just going to keep on putting these patches on. 1 week of wearing the patches, I still did not get out of the pain of my left arm, and I wasn't able to lift my arm up, even though I was wearing all the patches. At one point, I probably had on 20 patches because I'm like, these patches going to help. So last Monday, on Monday's call, Dr. Dunn talked about her son and how he hurt himself, and she put the patches on, but he was still in pain, and the pain did not go away. So she got a brilliant idea and put kicking on him. And when she put kicking on him, his pain went away. So I said, well, let me try that. So I went and put the Fab Five on. And before I put the kick it on, I like lifted my arm and it wouldn't. It was painful. I couldn't lift it up. I was like, okay, I took a deep breath. So I went ahead and put the six patch on, which would be the kick it patch, what Dr. Dunn said. I put that kick it patch on. I took a deep breath. Guess what happened? Look at my arm in the air. Straight up in the air. No pain. I said, this can't be real. Oh my God. So I got to running around the house and I did it again. I did it again. I did it again. I'm like, whoa, I can lift both of my arms. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so this is major. Why is this major? Because we starting to hear people be like, the patches didn't work for me. The patches didn't work for me. So I was like, let me do an experiment. So a few people that I've patched and did not work for using the Fab Five, they didn't stay too far from me. So I like jumped in my car, ran over there. I was like, okay, let's try this again. They was like, no, Monica, the patches don't work. Oh, shut up. Just listen. Let them put the patches back on again. Put them on. Put the 5 patches on them. They're still in pain. Hold on. I got something for you. I took the kick it patch. I put the kick it patch on them. Told them to do a deep breath, do a little jig. Now, tell me how you feel. And they was like, wait a minute. The pain's gone. Yes, the pain's gone. Went to the next person. Pain's gone. So I made a phone call. I went to St. Louis and launched in St. Louis. People there, it didn't work for them. I called my son. My son joined. I need you to go take the kick it patch to these people. My son took the kick it patch to those people. Those people who said the patches didn't work. When we put that kick it patch on, it worked. So this testimony is just about this. Sometimes we need to pay attention to the combination of patches that we're using. Yes, the Fab Five is great. I actually say Fab Six now because Zen is part of my process. But because over a year, I did not have feeling in my hands. My body was doing all type of crazy things. I started menopause. Things was going crazy. So I was holding in my head, nothing's going to work. Because I had been dealing with this for so long. I had convinced myself in my head that these patches wasn't working, this pain wasn't going away. But when I put that kicking on, it took away all that negativity and it made me focus. And the pain went away. And look, both of my arms up with no pain.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much, Monica, for sharing that. That's phenomenal. And I hope you all really, really heard that because this is powerful. Still drug-free, no ingredients. And she was able to lift her arm and actually get rid of what's actually was still torturing her about her pain. So thank you so much, Monica, and help other people that thought they couldn't be helped. So amazing. So I'm going to bring Mrs. Moore back up. She's going to take you out because I already told you she knows 1000% of what needs to be done here. So Mrs. Moore, the floor is yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Y'all like to chat up for Dr. Nicole Bramwell and Monica Graham. Can't wait to hang with y'all in Punta Cana, right? Our incentive trip that was offered to the brand ambassadors that just really went out and just worked their business by sharing the patches with everybody. And we're super excited to be able to get that 5 days of being away, all expenses paid. All you had to do is get yourself there. And so there's a lot of fun things that our CEO does for us, and that is one of them. And so, I just want to quickly talk about the 8 reasons why when we look at market advantages, these are reasons and these are things that you need to know as to why Super Patch is the best option right now. For those that are like, I'm afraid. Well, guess what? I've chosen my heart. I've chosen whether I want to stay broke, stay not having the kind of quality of life I have right now and being able to share that with other people. Or if I decide, you know what, I need to continue to spread the word, to spread the mission, of Super Patch and what it's doing for people. But some of our marketing advantages, and we can't even make this up, that, we have what's called a co-op marketing program with shared revenue through our company through a program called CapX. Now, I don't want to explain CapX to you right now, but once you become a part of the family, we give you access to something called the Boards app, as well as you having access to your back office and through our Super Patch Launch app. It is totally free. The Launch app is free with tons of resources. And it's the CapEx program is a program that you will understand more in depth as you become a brand ambassador with Super Patch. Then we have the perfect price for consumers based on the results and the value that they receive. When we met Monica Graham was broken. She was in pain. She thought that she was going to have to live the rest of her life with the issues that she was dealing with that came from a surgery that she had. Well, the reality of it is do you think that Monica Graham is ever going to want to be without Super Patch? She went from no feeling to now just about 100% feeling in an arm that she was told maybe in the next 2 or 3 years you might get your feeling back. Maybe. So what our patches are perfect price for consumers based on the results that they receive and the value that they perceive. Again, there's number 3, no lifestyle change required. That you can wear the patches through TSA. You can take them wherever you want to go. You don't have to worry about going into another country or anything like that. And it's so convenient that you literally can just take patches, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 15 of them with you. And guess what? I carry them in my crossbody pocketbook every single day. All right. We also, number 4, have regulatory and clinical compliance. We're FDA registered, like you heard the video and Dr. Bramwell say, peer reviewed with regulatory clinical compliance. That is pretty major. You need to know how major that is. We don't want to be FDA. We want to be registered. That's what we want to be, registered. Because the other thing, they would control us. All right? All right? We don't want, and you know what's crazy is, people say, are you FDA approved? And I say, McDonald's is FDA approved. Hello? No, we don't want to be FDA approved. Because do you see what the FDA approves? Okay. Well, so not only do we have regulatory and clinical compliance, FDA registered as a medical device. Next, number 5, we have products that work. We have products that work. They work. And when you do that stability test on people, guess what? It proves that they work immediately. We also have products, number 6, products that work fast. So not only do they work, as you heard Monica Graham say, they were working. I don't know what happened with this. It literally, she was fine on the right side now, and now the left side started acting up. Okay, well, she tried a combination that wasn't quite getting it done. Then she added one more, and bam, done. We've got products that work and they work fast. Then we've got 7 solutions and products for the mass market opportunity. What does that mean? You're never going to run out of customers. And that's a fortunate thing. It's also unfortunate that there are always going to be people who are in need. I hope you wrote that down. Solutions and products for the mass market. We have the biggest opportunity, mass market. We have the largest opportunity for income potential. Potential is what I said, because you got to do something when you get here. Then we've got globally protected IP and technology that if you try to copy these patches to reduplicate them, you'll spend time in jail and or be fined, Diana Gray, up to $250,000 per patch. And right now we've got 15. So I just want somebody to do the math. Do the math. 250,000 times 15 and put that answer in the comments. Do the math. So, the reality of it is this. We have 3 ways for you to get started. Three ways for you to get started as an ambassador. But here's the thing. We want you to understand that decisions change our lives. Our decisions change our lives. You've seen the patch. Many of you have seen super patch all over the internet. And guess what? We're not even viral yet. No, we're just starting to make some noise. But you've been watching. Matter of fact, many of you that are on this call right now have been praying for something. You see what's happening in the world, how AI is kicking people out of their jobs, right? If you don't get in touch with what's happening with AI, you're going to get left behind. The same thing we said about social media. If you don't get yourself acclimated with social media, you're going to get left behind. And there are a lot of people that fought it. I don't want to do social media. I don't need that. I don't want people knowing all my business. I don't want to yada, yada, yada. They only know what you share. They only know what you share. But we want you to know that you will be getting in front of a major wealth and wealth transfer and a wellness revolution. I want y'all to type revolution in the comments. And right now, it's still early to the party. You will get in front of a wellness revolution. This is like first movers advantage that you still got time. I want you to think about companies right now that are out like Amway, like Herbalife. Do you want to know why they did as well as they did? Tammy, Gloria, Lynn, Adrian, Kevin Eldridge, Jermaine. Do you want to know why companies like that have exploded? They exploded. Would you all like to know? Let me know in the comments if you would like to know why companies like Mary Kay, Avon, Pampered Chef, Herbalife, Amway. Would you like me to tell you why? I want you guys to remember what I'm telling you. So when people ask you questions, you'll have an answer for them. Daryl, it is because they were the first to do it. They were the first to do it. Bernice Davis, we are the first to do it. Noisy, we are the first to do it. Dr. Bramwell, we are the first to do it. We are one of one. I need you to write that down. We are the first to do it. We're one of one. There isn't another makeup company. Oh, are there patches on the market? Yes, there are, but there are none that have VTT technology. And if they try, they will get fined $3,750,000 as of right now, because right now we've got 15 patches. So, how can you get started with us? Because your decision tonight is going to change your life, and not just change your life, but the life of many others. Many of you are on this call tonight because you truly want to help people. You want to help people who are hurting, who are tired, who are looking for solutions that actually work. And if that is you, I want you to comment, that's me. That's me. VTT, as the video said, is vibro tactile technology. If that is you, just comment, that's me. So we love our customers. All right. One of the ways that you could get started tonight by getting back to the person that invited you to this call is to say, you know what? I think I want to be a customer. The manufactured suggested retail price is $99 a pack. But when you get their link, you automatically get 30% off of all your orders. So you will only have to pay $69 for your packs of devices. Again, the results that you get and the value of what it does for your life. All right? And we're still very competitively priced over other patches that are on the market that don't work. I'm not stuck. I remember using lidocaine patches and they lied to my pain. They did not work. And they had many, 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 many ingredients in them that were seeping through my body, going into my bloodstream. So one of the ways is become a customer. We love our customers. Get back to the person that invited you to this call tonight and get started. Just become a customer. Well, guess what? or you can become an ambassador. Now, there's two ways that you can become an ambassador. You can become an ambassador because you're saying, well, I want to get the patches for the prices that y'all get them at, right? And maybe you don't want to build a team. Maybe you want to send customers to your website. And if that's what you want to do, then what I want you to do is I want you to choose one of these packs, right? The other way is to become an ambassador and to decide that you want to build a business. You're going to need 3 people, and that 3 people, as you build with them and under them, along with your sponsor, whomever you partner in the business with, you can build all the way to the top of this comp plan with 3 people, or we like to call them 3 legs of business. 3 people, not 25 across, not 10 across, just 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm certain that we all know 3 people right now, 3 people that could use some additional income. 3 people that would be happy with a better quality of life. 3 people that want to help change the lives of other people. 3 people. And the great thing is that your partner, your sponsor can help you build this business as well as the people that are above them in the business. So you can become an ambassador and choose, I just want to send customers to my website. You'll make 25% of the total dollar value every time someone goes to your website, right? Or you can become an ambassador and build with other business partners, and you will grow a different kind of income from that, right? But we still want to get customers to our website. There's 3 packs that you can start with, whether you want to just send people to your website or whether you want to build a team or you want to do them both. We're going to start with the Flex 40 pack, which is our largest pack. Flex 40 is $14.99 plus tax and shipping. And what we love is this. You can choose 40 packs of Super Patch, any 40 packs, any 40 that you want. So you heard the description of all of those patches as Dr. Bramwell so eloquently broke them down. 40 packs in a Flex 40. Well, we've got a Flex 20. I want to see how many of you are picking up what I'm putting down. If the Flex 40 gives you 40 packs, what do you think the Flex 20 is going to give you? Let me see if our guests will tell us. The Flex 20 will give you what? How many packs of patches will you get with a Flex 20? That's right, Latika Perry. That's right, Tammy. 20 packs of patches for $9.25 plus tax and shipping. Let me tell y'all, when I opened up my salon, I never recouped my income. And I spent $22,500 to open up my salon. And was never able to recoup my income. I recouped my income with Super Patch in my first month. Actually, in my first couple of days, but because we get paid out like the once a month and then weekly for the customers, forget about it, right? Then our final pack is the Flex 10 pack. How many packs of Super Patch do you believe that is? There you go, Steve. 10 packs. And it's like Burger King. You can have it your way because you customize each of those packages. You choose which patches you want. All right? Those are the 3 ways that you can get started. So here's what we're going to do. We're after 9 o'clock. We're normally not here this long, but we needed to give you this information. We had an amazing testimony for you. We believe that you should have enough information tonight to make a decision. Some of you are going to understand that, hey, you know what? I know that you already know people that need what we have. You already know people. You're going to immediately call some of those people to your home and you're going to patch them. You're going to give them the experience immediately. You're going to record it so that you'll have proof that it even happened. All right, $4.99 for the Flex 10. I'm sorry. So we got $14.99, $9.25, and $4.99 for the Flex 10. If you're saying I really want to get started with one of those bigger patches, but I just don't quite have it all, but you have Flex Pay, where you've got like Sezzle, Zip Pay, Klarna, Affirm. What you can do is go to your app, copy your virtual card and check out on the website with your virtual card. We do not have those options in our website, but you can use your virtual card anywhere you want to. All right? So if you already have an account, just go ahead, just like you would do anything else, and you can flex pay your Super Patch enrollment pack. All right? So here's what we want you to do. We want to thank you for joining us. We know that we kept you a little bit beyond 9 o'clock, but we wanted to make sure that you were able to make an educated decision. All right? An educated decision. I want you to run back to the person that invited you to this call and let them know how you want to get started. Do you want to get started as a customer? You can always upgrade at any time to an ambassador. Or do you want to go ahead and pick one of those packs to get started? A Flex 40, a Flex 20, or a Flex 10. Whether you want to be a customer go-getter or you want to do both. Get other business partners to see the vision with you of us having a drug-free world and helping people to have a better quality of life. Then you'll build the business and you'll be a customer go-getter. All right, y'all? So listen, on behalf of all of the leadership here in Super Patch, Dr. Nicole Bramwell and myself, we want to thank you for being here. We want you to know that we cannot wait to celebrate your success. And we want to see you at the top with us, not from the top. So thank you to all of our guests. It's very important that you get back to the person that invited you here and let them know which option you choose. Here's the deal. Decision. Make the decision to take action. Because remember this, how you do anything is how you're going to do everything. We welcome you in advance to the team. Good night and God bless you all. We'll send it back to Chris Courtenay.
Next Monday night, y'all. Let's go. Y'all know what we do. Where we gonna put a patch? Patch right there, no side effects, no chemicals in there. We on year 3. Started with a bang, my boy Jay got us moving in the game. Status got us moving in the game. Jonathan got us moving in the game. Next week, y'all. Next week. We need about 10, 15, 20 more people per person next week. Big shout out to all the guests moving in the game. Nina, Michelle Moore got them moving in the game. Come on, we go. Put a patch right there. We gonna see y'all next week. I'm not gonna see you next week. Bring 10 more people with you. Big shout out to Dr. Nicole Bramwell. She does it Bramwell. Sing it with me. Let's go. Patch, post, share, care.